Financial planners, by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to start creating long form video content like I'm doing today and avoid all the mistakes that I've made in the past. Plus, I'm also going to share with you a simple framework to make life a lot easier. Hey, for those that don't know me, my name is Lucien Governor. I've been helping financial planners for the last 4.5, 5 years. And if you watched my videos before, you know that I'm always giving away content and giving away some free resources. And like no difference, today I want you to just to download the PDF document to make this a little bit easier for you to start creating your next long form video. So let's get into it. I want to share with you as much as I can in the next few minutes. I've made a couple of notes here that's going to make it a little bit easier for me to give you everything that I know about creating long form content. But I do want to keep it simple. See, I know a lot of financial planners want to create long form videos. And what I mean by that long form videos, something that goes for about, let's say 10, 15 minutes. Now, you can create a lot longer videos, and that's totally up to you. However, in my experience and from what my clients are doing, those long form videos that are like 45 minutes, they kind of lose a lot of interest. What you want to be doing is giving quick little bit of information to help solve one part of a problem. You're better off creating a series of this so people can watch it because they can just go into one particular series and go, hey, that's the part that I want. And they can just listen to it, watch it, and action it. And that's what it's all about. Don't try to make long form videos way too long where yes, you may get a few people clicking on it, but not many people watching to the end. So let's get into it. I want to share with you this three-step framework that makes life a lot easier. Now, the big mistake that I see a lot of financial planners make is that they try to go viral on a YouTube video. And the old days, what most marketing gurus will tell you to do, as you know, I always try and go against everything out there and test everything out. They will tell you to create a long form video and then create short snippets out of that and publish it on social media. Yes, it used to work. These days, not so much. So we want to avoid trying to go viral by creating short form content like that. The second thing you want to be doing is stop focusing on followers and likes and all those sort of things. Those things are great, but you want to be focusing on just attracting the right type of people and having conversations. Again, if you've been following my content for a while, that's all I care about is helping you create those conversations so you can have those conversations with people and turn them from a prospect into a client. So, those are the two big mistakes you want to avoid. However, if you do want to make this work for you, and I know you do, that's probably why you're listening to this right now. Long form videos make it so much easier to convert people into clients. I use this as a lead magnet. So all my content has come about from conversations or things that I've identified that's a problem within the financial planning and advising industry, and I create content around that. And that makes it a little bit easier. So if someone says, hey, I've got this problem, I'll go, hey, here's a video that you can watch. So these little mini micro lead magnets have positioned me so well in the market because I just have it. I have resources that people can watch it. And then if they feel that they've got enough value out of it, they reach out back to me and go, hey, I'm really interested in what you're saying and how you're doing things. Can we have a conversation? And that's what it's all about, conversations. So let's get into this three-step model that I want to share with you right now. Like I said, I've made some notes in here and I want to give this to you as well. So the first thing I want you to think about is step number one is having a content vault. What I mean by vault, think of it like a bank vault where there's multiple vaults in there. Each of it has, some important bit of information or something inside of it. You want to go in there and unlock it and share that with the world. That's how I see it. And how I do it is I have a Google document that it's in two columns. One's a subject line, and then the next line is all my thoughts about that particular problem, the pain, that idea that came in my head. All those things is something I go through. Like now it's in September, probably around about 220 odd pages in the content vault just for this year alone. And it's because I have these ideas. Like when you're, middle of the night, you come up with these ideas. I just hop onto my phone, open Google Doc, and I just start talking into it, or I start typing in it, depending if I don't want to keep my wife awake. I'll start typing into it and just come up with those ideas. And that's where I find where you get some great content, but just taking those ideas and putting it on paper. The other way I get a lot of ideas is from conversations I have with clients and prospects, or anything else that is happening out in the marketplace that I feel that the industry needs to know. So even with today, like this came about from a conversation I had with a financial planner who said, I'm just confused about the whole process. Can you just walk me through it? And this is exactly what I'm doing today. So think about the content vault, something you can go to and grab. Then what I want you to do is out of that idea that's you've thought about or you want to share, go really narrow. The mistake most people make, they try to go too wide, trying to provide all the steps. This is why most videos go for longer than 15 minutes, is just go really narrow on one part of the problem. So people truly understand that particular pain, that particular symptom that they're having, right? It's so important that you go down that path. Now, I just mentioned the word symptom. I know previously everyone talked about, pains and problems and all those different things, which is great. I found that when you focus on your prospect's symptoms, so they feel like, oh, actually, this person, yeah, is exactly, they're actually describing the pain that I'm feeling. This is exactly how, how things are happening right now, and I don't know how to control it. When you start talking about the symptoms, you get their attention. And I found that gets like the best responses on any YouTube video or any social media content that you're producing. So just a little bit of extra bit of value today. So that's your content vault. So create a vault wherever it may be that you can access at any time of the day. Don't like I used to create it in notebooks, but the trouble is I'll be in my car somewhere. I'm like, oh, I have this idea, I can't write it down. So I just found a Google Doc much easier. Second thing is the second step that I think about is the path that I want people to take. So, for example, if I want someone to watch my content, what's the next step I want them to do? Do I want them to download some more information? Do I want them to book a meeting with me? Am I going to boost this particular video or, whether it's on Google Ads or am I going to be putting it on social media and boosting it there? How am I going to be using this afterwards? And as I mentioned before, I use a lot of my long form video content as micro lead magnets to really hone in on a particular problem. So think about what's the next step. Now, ideally, I'm sure you want people to raise their hands and call you up, but sometimes you may need to do it a little bit longer to nurture that particular lead rather than going straight away for, hey, booking a sales call. I always find booking a sales call isn't the best way of having a conversation with people. So, what I like to do is give people some resources, something they can download, and then I can then follow them up later on and find out if they still need help with that particular problem. Okay, so that's basically the action part there. That's step number two. Step number three, and the final step, is just creating the content. And whenever I'm creating content, I'm thinking like, what's the delivery going to be? That is it going to just be a long PDF that I'm going to be providing? For example, in this video, I'm going to give a video. I'm not going to be dancing around. I'm not going to be having a PowerPoint presentation. It's not so much my style. I just want to give out as much content and be as natural as possible without some AI or anything like that. Anyone thinking that, hey, this person isn't authentic. That's what's going in my head. So I'm creating content from based on a conversation I had with a prospect, a financial planner, and this is why I'm doing it today. So think about the content, how you're going to deliver it. Then think about whenever I think about content, I'm thinking, can I give them my point of view? Like, what do I know that truly works for my clients? What's going to work for them as well? And then I'm thinking, is there a unique way that I can deliver it? Is there a framework? Is there an analogy that I can provide that's going to make life a little bit easier for them to, one, remember it, and two, remember me for giving them that particular idea? Or the other thing you could also use is kind of debunking their old self-beliefs that people have had. Now, in financial planning world, you'll have people, limiting self-beliefs, some behaviors that they had in the past, and you need to overcome them. And the way to help them like your prospects overcome them is by talking about it and being really upfront about, hey, these are the symptoms. This is the problem you're probably having. This is how you're probably thinking and feeling. If that's you, then here's a piece of content. So I found creating content from that perspective makes it a little bit easier. And then it's all about just creating and just producing it. Like I'm using Zoom right now, recording it. I've got a mic in front of me that makes it a little bit easier, and I'm just hitting record. There's no fancy, drop in words or like I said before, animations or anything like that. I'm just giving it to you straight, and don't think that you have to do it and make it super professional with what everyone else is doing. The thing that is moving right now in the market is authenticity and trust. So having all these flashy things are great and looks really professional in the sense, but it's not building the trust right now because everyone's just thinking that AI is doing all this production work and is this person really real? So this is why I show up, not really with with any fancy cameras or anything like that, hitting zoom, hitting record, and really talking about what I feel is really important to my audience. So that's really it, guys. That's a very simple way of creating long form videos, creating content, and getting it out there. Don't try to be perfect because that's going to slow you down. You're going to procrastinate, and week after week will go past, and you won't be able to serve your community. So just to recap again, what I want you to do is create a content vault. Like I said, Google Docs is a really good, simple way of doing things. Create an action path on what's the next steps you want them to do after they watched your video. And third is to create content. Just around creating content, I want you to also focus in on the hook. The hook is so important. Find the hook that really resonates with your audience. And you can do this by, you can ask ChatGPT or something like that to do it. But again, I like to go and find what other people are doing on YouTube and find out, okay, that's working really well. Why did I get, 20,000 views? And can that fit my audience? Is it the right fit? And that works really well. If you feel like you cannot come up with the right hooks. Now, by the way, I've created a document with I think 47 hooks, so you definitely can do it. But if you want a copy of, I can give you, let's say, 10 awesome hooks that are doing really well on YouTube right now. Just make the comment hooks, and I'll send it across to you. That's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And again, download the PDF. And if you need any more help in this, hey, hit me up by leaving a message, and we'll speak soon. Take care. Bye for now.